This is Crypto Update Chris with your daily update. If you enjoy this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's get into it. Today, we're diving into two major stories that underscore just how pivotal Bitcoin's role is becoming in the global financial ecosystem. First, Bitcoin's price has hit another all-time high, crossing $106,000 and generating waves of excitement and concern alike. Much of this surge can be attributed to growing speculation around the U.S. government's plans to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. The concept of a Bitcoin reserve is a fascinating one. On one hand, it signals a shift toward recognizing Bitcoin as a legitimate strategic asset akin to gold. On the other, it raises questions about whether this level of governmental involvement will increase or dampen Bitcoin's appeal as a decentralized asset. Critics are also quick to point out the logistical and regulatory hurdles in implementing such a reserve. Acquiring Bitcoin on the scale needed to impact national reserves could drive up prices further, creating short-term volatility. Moreover, managing a digital asset like Bitcoin, especially with its fluctuating value, poses risks that traditional reserves don't face. Still, the fact that this discussion is even happening marks a significant milestone for Bitcoin's journey from niche investment to mainstream financial tool. On a related note, MicroStrategy, the company synonymous with institutional Bitcoin adoption, is set to join the NASDAQ 100. This inclusion reflects not just the company's market value, but also the impact of its bold Bitcoin acquisition strategy. MicroStrategy has positioned itself as a leader in Bitcoin adoption among publicly traded companies, and its decision to double down on Bitcoin has been a game-changer for its stock price. With its holdings valued at over $42 billion, MicroStrategy has essentially tied its fate to Bitcoin's performance, and so far it's been a lucrative bet. The company's stock has surged by 500% this year alone, making it one of the fastest-growing non-financial entities in the market. When you compare these two developments, you see two sides of the Bitcoin adoption story. On one hand, we have a government exploring Bitcoin as part of its strategic reserves, signaling a potential shift in how nations might store value in the future. On the other hand, we see MicroStrategy representing the private sector's confidence in Bitcoin as a growth asset, even as it takes on considerable risk. Both reflect Bitcoin's increasing entrenchment in the global financial system, but they also highlight its dual identity as both a speculative investment and a potential reserve asset. The big takeaway from these stories is the broadening spectrum of Bitcoin's influence. It's no longer just about individual or institutional investors. It's about nations, global markets, and the reshaping of traditional financial systems. Whether you see this as a positive evolution or a source of new risks, one thing is certain: Bitcoin is becoming impossible to ignore. As always, nothing discussed here should be considered financial advice. Make sure to do your own research and consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next update.